All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. It is Michael Myers Monday. What is up, everybody? Here we go. Welcome to this week's live transmission coming to you from Halloween Daily News headquarters right here in Cordova Hills, North Carolina on the Outer Banks. I'm Matt with Halloween Daily News. If you're new here, and if not, welcome back, guys. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Again, if you're new here, this is our weekly live stream where we just geek out on all things Myers and the Halloween movie franchise, go over the week's news and any other kind of excitement and surprises that we might have in store. And there's a lot to go over tonight, so we're going to get right into it. First of all, though, I want to say hi to some friends that have already joined us. I see Ghouls and Goblins are in there. Sammy Presley is in there. Senior Dia Creepy Pastero, of course. Phil and Ken, of course, in here. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Oh, Andy Matichak in here, too. Don't think that's probably the real Andy Matichak, but still very awesome. And if so, then welcome Andy Matichak, everybody, on the off chance that it is. But happy Michael Myers Monday, guys. We got a lot to talk about. And I'm going to skip the usual opening show and tell a little bit because our video premiere that I'm going to do later on tonight is actually going to serve that purpose this week. It's not an interview clip, and it's not a flashback clip. It's actually a brand new clip of a recent purchase that I made, and I filmed a little showcase video that I'm going to premiere for you guys in just a little bit. It's a Myers item. I'm not going to say what it is. It's part of the surprise. You're going to have to stay tuned and check it out, but I think you're going to like it. And there is, as you know, quite a bit of news came out since last Monday that we're going to discuss as well. But again, first of all, thank you all for being here, and happy Michael Myers Monday, y'all. We made it through another week. Let's see, we got Lance Files here, Keith. Yeah, lots of. I see some new names popping up in here. That's awesome. Welcome, everybody. Ken, of course. Oh, thank you for noticing the new flashing pumpkins. Yep. I've got an origin story for that. That'll be on another video coming out tomorrow, but be sure to check that out. That was a Hallow hunting find, and I'll talk about that in another video, but thank you for noticing. Real quick, one kind of breaking news item, at least for us here at HDN, is another brand new mask has just gone up for pre-order. And you might have already seen this. Andy says, you will all enjoy kills. Oh, I'm sure we will. Yeah, it looks awesome already. Again, a quick update. This has not even been shared anywhere on our socials yet. This is kind of breaking just for you guys. It's not Halloween Kills news, but it's merch news. If you remember, Trick or Treat Studios announced way back in January that they were releasing a new version of the Young Myers 78 clown mask. If you'll remember, back in 2019, they first released the Halloween 78 Young Michael Myers age 6 clown mask. And I guess some people complained that the paint job didn't quite match the film look. And so, long story short, that version has been discontinued. And this year, 2021, they are releasing an all-new version of the Young Myers 78 clown mask, and with an all-new sculpt and new paint job. And we're going to take a look at it real quick right here. Let me pull that up for you guys. Yeah, this is listed, and I do have the link in the description as well. It's down there. I just updated. So when you're done here, but let's take a look at this new paint job and a new, more movie-accurate sculpt. There you go. The mask is worn by young Will Sandin in the original classic. And you can see that the previous version had some yellow, if you remember, in the paint job. That has been removed. It is all blues and greens now, and it looks like the sculpt is a little bit longer maybe than the previous one. And the best part is we here at HDN at our online store, we are now taking pre-orders for this bad boy. And they're just $12 and they are anticipated to begin shipping in October. We've got a bunch coming, and we did have the previous version, which has been discontinued, and just you can even compare. Here's the previous look. Let me open that up for you, and we'll look at that. There's the original look. Okay, let's zoom out. Yeah, so that's the original 2019 version, and this is the new version. So some noticeable differences right there. I think fans are going to be very pleased with that. It does look more like what you see in the film. And it is injection molded. Nice, guys. Sammy says very beautiful. Ken says looks great. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. And now that original version, I was thinking about this too. The less movie accurate version just got that much more collectible now that they're discontinued and there's the new version. So any of you like myself that got a copy of this when it was first released a few years ago, you want to hang on to that. It's kind of like when one of the figures was released with a misprinted, misspelled Myers a few years ago. So again, you can pre-order that right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. All right, so let's get into the news of the week. And there's been a ton of news this week. So let's just start with we got to backtrack a little bit, go all the way back to last Monday and the news that was breaking just as I was wrapping up, just as we were closing up last Monday's live stream. Some of you guys in the chat were letting me know, trying to let me know that, hey, the first single from the HK soundtrack has been released. The pre-order info is going up, and yeah, we weren't sure if that, there was no time at that moment to investigate. But of course, as soon as I went off the air, I looked it up, investigated, and sure enough, there it was. There was one site that had already posted the track listing at that time, and they had the link and everything. And then, sure enough, I opened up Spotify, and right there in Carpenter's on his official page, there it was, right after midnight, the first track called Unkillable. And of course, I had to listen to it about 50 times, write a quick article real quick, get that up on the site. And I was just pumping it a couple times as I was just sitting here getting ready to go on tonight. Now, we've got all the details about the releases, numerous vinyl variants to choose from. As you know, some of them are already sold out. The alternate black and white artwork sold out within minutes, I think, not hours. And so I want to give you just a little bit of my thoughts on that first single because it's totally badass. I consider maybe going through track by track and talking about the titles and what that may or may not mean, but I'm just not even going to get into that right now. Some of you want to read the titles, some don't. I don't think it's too spoilery, but again, if you don't want to know anything, you don't want to look. You don't even want to hear the new track, Unkillable. And also, I assume you guys have seen the official teaser, the soundtrack teaser video that was put out on YouTube by Sacred Bones, and that has mostly music from Unkillable, but at the very end, there is some additional music from the new soundtrack that's not part of Unkillable. So before I go any further and talk about some of my impressions on that track, I want to turn it to you guys and hear what you guys are saying, what you're thinking about that first track. And did you pre-order the album? If so, which of the variants did you pre-order, or are you getting CD or tape? It's also being released on cassette tape, which is pretty damn awesome, and that's pretty retro for me. I mean, I grew up. I love the retro vibes of vinyl and of course the sound. But as I've said before, I don't even know if I've got a working vinyl player in the house right now. Do I have some CD players and probably even some tape players I could find? But that was me growing up, cassette tapes and then into the CDs. So I don't know. I might end up just getting the CD myself. But which one did you guys order? Lance says, have the old one, absolutely getting the new one. Talking about that clown mask, absolutely. Oh yeah, the new one. I mean, and again, for $12, you might as well own them both. But yeah, that old one, just got even more collectible. But that new one really looks great. That paint job is on point. And again, we're taking pre-orders. I haven't shared that link anywhere, but it is down in the description as of right now. So we're taking pre-orders as of tonight, as of this broadcast right now. You're the first to know that we're at HDN taking pre-orders on that 78 mask. David Suber in the house. What is up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Love to see those pumpkins. Let's see. Solid Saturn says already have all the kills tracks. Sammy's asking if it's the real Andy or not, and she says it is. David says he ordered most of the variants. How many did you order, David? There was about 8 or 9 different ones, and then even after the ones available on Sacred Bones site, there's the Waxworks variant on their site. Ivan Molina, what's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome. Anyway, my immediate impressions of the track Unkillable is it's I don't even know the musical terms that I would use, but it's definitely Michael in a state of rage and in a state of psychosis. We've heard David Gordon Green. I talked before about that Total Film cover article where he talks about the soundtrack and he talks about how this film explores different tones for this franchise and certainly for the Blumhouse David Gordon Green version of Haddonfield. And he encouraged Carpenter to mirror that in the soundtrack and to literally explore new tones in the Halloween Kills soundtrack. And I think some of that is evident right away in this first track. Again, I want to hear what you guys think, but I love that it just jumps right in. It's propulsive, it's pulsating right in the beginning. Kind of like Michael's heartbeat is going to be, getting out of that, coming out of there and at full steam, on fire, pretty much figuratively, and ready to do some damage. And there's so much, going on musically in there. I love, when I kind of call it the psychosis moment, the psycho moment, where it's like his brain is splitting, and it's reflected in this track already. There's just so much to love about it, and then there's that 1 minute mark, and I tweeted about this the other day. But at the 1 minute mark, it makes my hair stand up every time, and I don't know what it is. But it's just kind of calling back a little of that original theme in there. It's a little more orchestral at that point. And it's like right at the 60-second mark, and every time it's just so badass. And then the way it kind of dies away for a minute and gets deadly silent, just creepy as hell, very weird. That kind of threw me off at first. I was like, wait a minute, am I missing something? And but again, I think it really just plays into Michael's psychosis at that moment. And I also go back to the very first track that was released preceding the 2018 film. And if you remember, that had some weird breaks in it that seemed somewhat odd at the time, but then once we saw it in context of the movie, of course, we understood exactly why that is. So I'm sure, that moment is gonna, that moment of silence is for cinematic reasons, obviously. And 20 tracks on there too. 20 tracks on the soundtrack. That's a pretty good size soundtrack. I think that's a lot more than than the 2018 film had. All right, so let's go look at that again. Sorry, I was a little bit late tonight, guys. I did have to check out that new Spider-Man trailer real quick. Looks pretty good. All right, let's go over to HalloweenDailyNews.com. And yeah, I'm not going to play the track right now. Obviously, it's we do try to monetize these streams, and it is obviously not going to be allowed to be monetized if we were to play that track. But no surprise to you guys. Obviously, you guys know me, of course. I love it. I love the 2018 soundtrack, and yeah, there's all the track listings. And there's that teaser video. Again, I've got it embedded in our article at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And there's a link to all our HK updates in the description as well. But you can listen to that teaser if you haven't already. But it's just the last few seconds. It's kind of a new version of the classic theme. And I'm pretty sure the black and white is sold out for good reason. That artwork was my favorite, actually, of the different sets. And that variant of the vinyl is pretty badass too. The clear with the blood splatter. David says, say something. Yeah. And again, we don't have to go through every single one. You guys have seen this, but I mean, that is some impressive artwork. That's probably my second favorite of the vinyl variant colors. But another thing I was thinking of that, with Carpenter and his bandmates, and who are his son, of course, and Godson, Cody Carpenter and Daniel Davies, respectively, they are, like we said, exploring new tones on this soundtrack. And that during that breakdown part, when it gets really silent right before that, I almost feel like I don't know if you guys watch Westworld, but it sounds a bit like some of the Westworld soundtrack right at that point, which I love the Westworld soundtrack. I think it's amazing. Love the show. And then when it comes back, of course, after that silent breakdown, and it's just again, it's a maniac's brain just on fire is what I'm hearing. So what do you guys think about Unkillable? Give me your review of the track, and if you've ordered the soundtrack, pre-order it, I should say. Yeah, it is phenomenal artwork. That black and white. Yeah, I love the art variant too. That one is Beautiful. So good. Sammy says all the artwork is gorgeous. Yeah, yeah, I gotta agree. And we're gonna talk about some more HK artwork in just a minute when I get to Fright Rags. But first, a little bit of new news. It's not quite news yet, but just something to keep an eye and an ear out for, and to keep watching here at HDN for. As you know, like I said, I was a few minutes late because I wanted to watch that new Spider-Man trailer that just dropped a little bit ago, and so I watched it. That was dropped because Sony had their panel out in Las Vegas today. They're doing what's called CinemaCon, and all the big studios are there the next 3 or 4 days doing presentations and basically previewing their big upcoming releases. And of course, a major part of this major push to get people back in the theaters, which, again, that's a whole other story, especially with Delta and all that stuff going on that right now. But so the Spider-Man trailer just dropped, and there'll be some others this week, I'm sure, too. Some other announcements, some other big teases coming out for some of the most anticipated releases. So, how does that tie in with Myers? Well, of course, Universal Pictures is going to be there, and they're going to be doing their presentation. They're actually doing it on Wednesday evening. That's tonight's the 23rd, so that's Wednesday the 25th, and it doesn't mention Halloween Kills, doesn't mention any of the films. It just says what it says for most of the other studios, that they're going to be previewing some of their highly anticipated upcoming releases. So, are they going to be talking about Halloween Kills? Absolutely, they're going to be talking about Halloween Kills. Are they going to premiere something new? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something, maybe a new clip, but it may not be anything like that. It might just be some new quotes from David Gordon Green or Jason Blum or both. They might have Jamie Lee Curtis show up out there with somebody in a Myers outfit. They've done stuff like this before. They did similar things at some appearances to hype up the 2018 film. So I do think, of course they're going to talk about it. Of course they're going to run the trailer. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they do premiere a clip, maybe even something like the first 3 or 4 minutes, maybe the cold open. Now, that doesn't mean that it will be released online right away, and if they did premiere like a sizable clip like that, I doubt it would be online right away anyway. It's possible, it's certainly possible, because we are well within 2 months of theatrical release now. And again, I mean, that's assuming everything goes as planned. I still think it's gonna, but I'm gonna be very interested in what Universal brings to the table as far as Halloween Kills to CinemaCon. And of course they're invested. Of course they're gonna be hyping the movie, and they're gonna want to make an impression with people at this convention, at this cinema convention, because they are so invested in this franchise. I mean, not only is Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise a part of Universal's history with Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, and Halloween 3, but it's very much a part of modern day Universal and Universal's future, I believe, with the 28 with the 2018 film, and then of course with this year's Halloween Kills, and we've already got the next one on deck, about to start filming, and that's coming next year. So yeah, Universal is definitely going to be hyping up Halloween Kills at CinemaCon. Whether or not they release whatever they show, if it's new, and whether or not it's released publicly to us right away, we're gonna have to wait and see. But stay tuned. And of course, if it's anything like really big, like a clip released online right away, like that night, like they just dropped the new Spider-Man trailer right after Sony's CinemaCon panel, then you can look for a live stream right here that night, Wednesday night, if it calls for it, if the news is that big. I don't think it's going to be that big. Again, it might just be some of the principals showing up and saying some things that are going to get us all hyped up. But in any case, something you want to keep an eye out for. Chad Francis is here. What's up, man? Solid doesn't think we'll get anything for Kills Wednesday. Michael Myers is in the house, sharing ghost emojis. Nice. Um, Now, also in the news, now again, I don't even. It is Halloween Kills news. Did you see James Jude Courtney's social media posts last week that he's in LA and he just said for a shoot. He didn't say what, but he's in LA and or was in recent days. And of course, I'm pretty sure they picked him up at the airport. The first people he's posting pictures with are Sean Clark and Nick Castle. So I think that's pretty noteworthy that James and Nick are hanging out together in LA as James is there to shoot something. Could be anything, but let's be real. It's going to be something involving the hype of this movie, whether it's a talk show appearance or just something to hype up the release. Maybe the Hollywood premiere. Maybe they need some kind of pre-recorded footage. Who knows what it is? I don't know, but he was there just in recent days. I don't know if he's still there, and he was there with Nick pretty much as soon as he got off the plane. It looked like, so that was pretty awesome to see the shapes in union once again. Let's see. Lucky the Poodle says hi. What's up? Darlene is in the house. Happy Michael Myers Monday, Darlene. Welcome. Welcome back. So, again, I won't pull up the picture right now unless you want me to, but yeah, check out James Jude Courtney's social media. You probably saw the post, but him and Nick hanging in LA. What for? What are they? Are they shooting something together there? I don't know. Remains to be seen. But it is that time of year. Like I said, marketing is definitely in full swing. Other reveals this week was we got a good look finally at NECA's H2 pack, and I know I mentioned this on Friday night's live stream, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I mean, we've seen these figures before. There have been some official photos released. Now NECA's released like about 20 official photos, but there's the pack. It's Loomis and Myers in the 7-inch Ultimate scale that NECA does so well. That's my favorite line of NECA figures, personally. And you can see it comes with multiple accessories. Michael, of course, comes with the Blood Tears optional mask. Somebody asked on a previous video, asked in a comment if Michael would come with the same accessories that the previous excuse me, that the previous Halloween 2 Ultimate figure that was already released came with. And as you can see, the answer is no. He comes with some of the same accessories, but there are some different ones, and also some ones that are not included, like the Ben Tramer mask, not included in this set. It is included in the Myers standalone set. And as far as I know, this is the first time that Loomis has ever been released in the 7-inch Ultimate scale that NECA is doing. And you can see he comes with 2 pistols, his interchangeable hand. One of them is holding the lighter. And then he's also got removable arms, so you can actually take off his trench coat and apply his other arms where he's not wearing the trench coat. And most unique here, something we've never seen before, is Michael comes with fire accessories. So you can literally recreate that awesome fire walk that the great Dick Warlock performed at the climax of the movie with this figure. And the opening credits jack-o'-lantern, which is always badass. Ken says Loomis got extra legs. Yeah, that's actually his extra arms. Believe it or not, that's his extra arms. Yeah, what you do is you take off the trench coat arms, and then the trench coat itself slides off, and then you attach the non-trench coat arms. That's his brown suit jacket arms that you see there. Actually, not legs, but that's funny. And there's just some quick photos. I mean, that sculpt of Loomis, that new digital technology that they can do now, digital printing, it looks really good. I mean, that looks like a young Donald Pleasance right there. Looks really great. So I think I'm probably going to get this set. I did not get the Halloween 2 Ultimate standalone Myers. I've seen it a couple times. I've thought about it. Like I said, this is my favorite scale of NECA figure, but for whatever reason, I just haven't invested in it yet. But I think it was a sign that I need to get this 2-pack with Loomis and with the fire accessories. It's pretty wild. What do you guys think? Oh, you guys are laughing at the Hetkins comment that that's Loomis's legs. Also, we've got some artwork that we need to look at. Some new Halloween kills. Um, did you see, guys? Let me get back on here for just a second. Did you see the Fright Rags announcement? We talked about this again on Monday. They had teased it a little bit by then, and then they more formally announced details of their Halloween Kills collection of 6 new designs, and they teased it with an image that kind of previews each of the designs. But then the next day, did you guys see that Ben with Fright Rags? Sorry, I'm trying to pull up our article here. Did you see that Ben with Fright Rags uh, did an IG live or a an IG video and actually did reveal all 6 of the designs in full? They just can't put them on their social media quite yet uh, because they have to get every single post and every single word and every single post approved by so many different licensors that they're dealing with, because there's a lot of people involved, a lot of studios involved when you're talking about Halloween Kills. But yeah, he did reveal all 6 of those designs. So I wanted to take a look at each of those real quick and get your thoughts on them. They look pretty great. I'm actually wearing a Fright Rags t-shirt tonight, and I didn't think about it this morning when I put it on that it ties in with this, but then tonight I realized, oh, this ties in perfectly. This is my Fright Rags 2018 shirt. And they're putting out, the companion shirt with the new HK poster. So they'll have the official poster t-shirt as well. And all these designs are going to be available on t-shirts, hoodies, all that good stuff. But we're just talking about the designs right now. And if you didn't know, we did cover this Friday night, and but this info was not out last Monday. So if you missed Friday's live episode of the Halloween show, the deal is that Fright Rags will start taking pre-orders on Wednesday, September 1st. That's next Wednesday, guys, at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That's when you'll be able to pre-order all 6 of these official HK designs for 7 days only. That's how long the pre-order period goes. They're going to be available on hoodies, baseball tees, tie-dyes, long sleeve shirt, t-shirts, all that good stuff. On the 7th day, on Tuesday, September 7th, at 11:59 p.m. that night, right before midnight, after the 7-day pre-order period, the collection will be taken down, and Fright Rags will then print and ship all the orders that are made prior to the official collection release date, which happens actually on October 5th. And that's when anybody that misses out on the pre-order period can order theirs. If you want it by October 15th to wear to the theater to go see Halloween Kills, then yeah, you want to get in on that first week of September 1st through 7th, and you want to make your pre-order on one of those days. But the good news is if you miss the pre-order on any any of those days, if you miss the pre-order, you will have another chance to get the shirts. It just may not make it to you in time to wear at the premiere of the movie. So again, that starts next Wednesday, September 1st, and I'll remind you again next Monday. But here's that initial teaser image that we got teasing the 6 images, and then we'll go over and we'll look at the designs a little bit closer, because I want to hear what y'all's favorite of these 6 designs is. What's your favorite one? Which one or which ones are you ordering, or have you well, you haven't pre-ordered yet. Are you going to pre-order? Which ones of these are you going to pre-order? Let's look at, this is from, again, Fright Rag's Instagram video. That's Ben from Fright Rags right there, and he went through and revealed each of the designs kindly in a recent video. So we can pull that up right there. So that's the first one right there. Kind of a new look at Myers. There's Laurie's burning house. Got the title treatment at the bottom. You know, just a simple holding the knife up, classic butcher knife. And, you know, Michael just looking all torched and wicked, flames all around him. I really like this design. They're calling it the essence of evil. That's pretty much, that captures it. I like the flames all in that circle behind him. I love it on orange like that. I don't have enough orange shirts. I don't really like many bright colors, but I'll make an exception when it comes to orange. And this isn't even really bright orange. This is perfect pumpkin orange, in my opinion. But I really dig this design. And again, you know, I've got a soft spot for all the retro stuff. This feels retro to me. Kind of simple, and I dig it. What do you guys think? Sammy says he loves this shirt. Ken says the 2 he wants are the one where he's looking up with the knife and the one of him engulfed in flames. Is this the one you're talking about, looking up with the knife? I think I know the one you mean, engulfed in flames. But this is the Essence of Evil. There's the artist's name, conveniently. That is by Zachary Jackson Brown. And that'll be available for $25. I love this design. Hunter's Orange protects it. Yes, Hunter's Orange. That's it. And I really like that orange. You know, I don't really need like the bright fluorescent, but a Hunter's Orange, damn right. And that is Michael all the way. He is a hunter if ever there was one. All right, let's look at this next design right here. This one they call this is the tie-dye. And as you can see, it is tie-dye. Again, an alternate title treatment down at the bottom. He's holding the butcher knife. It's got the words "Let it burn" up in the left corner. The coolest thing to me is how the orange and all, it's just kind of ripped and tattered all around him, and it kind of, that ripped orange kind of goes into like how his mask is burnt and damaged, and it just appears that the damage is kind of cutting into the mask from that orange background that's damaged itself. I like the design. I probably won't be getting this one just because nothing against tie-dye. It's not really my style though. But if I was going to get tie-dye, it would definitely be this, because it's not, you know, a million different colors. It's pretty simple in its colors, and I just love the orange, the simple orange, black and white, the classic Halloween colors. So yeah, if I was ever going to get any tie-dye t-shirt, this is the one. The artist here is Kyle Crawford, and again, $25 is what it'll be going for. Protect Safe says he'll wear it and Myers mask this deer hunting season. Not nice. Larry Moore says he's late, but he's here. Good. Welcome, man. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thank you for being here. You're not too late. We still got lots of good stuff to talk about tonight. Right now we're talking about the Fright Rags designs. This is the classic, and yeah, this is of course the movie poster. And this is the one that I know pretty much for sure I'm definitely gonna get because, like I said, tonight's T-shirt actually brought to you by Fright Rags. This is the one I actually bought it at the H4O 40 Years of Terror convention, and it feels great. It fits. It literally. All I wear are T-shirts all the time, and you think they're all the same until you get a decently made T-shirt for a change, and you're like, oh wow, yeah, that's why that costs just a couple dollars more than the Walmart brand because it actually feels a lot better and lasts a lot longer, and not to mention that they look great too. So yes, I'm definitely gonna have to get the poster T-shirt. That's probably not the only one, but that's the only one I know for sure I'm gonna have to get because I really love that poster too. I really, really love that poster. I love the 2018 poster, but man, that Halloween Kills, I like it even more. Let's move on over. And here's the Engulfed in Flames. They're calling it Let It Burn. Oh, and by the way, the poster, that is by artist Joe Guy Allard. Want to get those artist plugs in there. Let It Burn is by Yannick Brochard. I hope I'm saying that right. And this is the Let It Burn one. I think this is the one you were talking about him engulfed in flames, maybe. Yeah, I think it looks great. This is already an iconic moment from the film. It's an iconic moment from the trailer. I talked about it in my trailer breakdown that Michael just, at the end of the day, he looks so damn cool coming out of that flaming house, and you just know shit is about to hit the fan, and he is going to go on a rampage, and you can just feel it when he steps out there. You just know it's a key moment in the film, and just a key moment in this modern mythology of Michael Myers. Darlene says, have you seen the Michael with the pumpkin at Spirit Halloween yet? It has a light up pumpkin and has a knife on it. If you're talking about the light up statue, uh, yes. Yes, if you're talking about the light up Michael Myers statue, I think it was first released last year, I believe. And if that's the one that you're referring to, and yep, I've seen it. I actually own one. It's awesome. And yes, I've heard that they are back at Spirit Halloween stores this year. Sammy's asking how much it is. All of these for the t-shirts are going to be $25, it looks like. David says 42. Yeah, for the hoodie, it's probably 42. Oh, well, David might be talking about the statue. Sorry. Darlene says 54.99 Canadian. Oh, for the statue. Okay, yep. All right, two more designs to look at real quick. This one, they call the long sleeve. This one is available on long sleeve. This is the long sleeve. This is another one by artist Kyle Crawford. Now, again, if you've been paying attention to the production of this film all the way through, and like we have, then you might recognize that font that Kills is written in. When Ryan Turek shared a shot of the script on his IG stories way back when filming was just getting underway, they had a similar font to that and the word Kills written in that. And he even went so far to say at that time that, yeah, this is not the official title treatment or any of that. But clearly, Ben, is paying homage to that early look and teaser. And again, if you're going to have a long sleeve Halloween shirt, use those sleeves. I love that they've got the butcher knife, a bloody butcher knife on the one sleeve. I love that it's orange blood. I like the Halloween Kills on the other sleeve. Michael looks badass, and if you look closely, you can see what he's got in his hand right there. Uh, Foreshadowing maybe just a little bit. Again, we saw that mask. That is indeed the Silver Shamrock skull mask that he's holding. And we did see that in that trailer. So again, teasing whatever's going to be happening in that scene with that mask right here. He looks invincible. He looks unkillable right there. And the long sleeve is $38, it says. And this is the last design. And this is the one that Ben called their flagship design for the HK collection. The artist is Justin Osborne. This one's marked at $28, it looks like, for the tee. And this one, I think I'm probably going to be getting to along with that poster. This this is probably my favorite, if I don't count the poster, because I do love that poster image just in itself. But removing that one from the equation of the new artwork, this one's my favorite. And yeah, you can dissect the people down below and what's going on down there, and maybe you could speculate on what's going on. One thing that I will note, that of course we don't want any spoilers here, so if you've got any, just keep them to yourself. We're not talking spoilers, but we can speculate and talk about what's in front of us. But the person all the way on the right, our right, the left of the shirt, but our right, looking at it, he's holding a flame, like a flaming torch. Well, that particular detail is actually not in the film. Ben said that they took some artistic license there, and he even cited Frankenstein, when the villagers are chasing Frankenstein at the end with the torches, which makes perfect sense because we've already heard so much about, the mob mentality, and we know from the trailer and from everything we've been hearing that the mob and the community of Haddonfield is going to come together like a mob and try to hunt down Michael Myers and try to make the hunter into the hunted. But we know that's probably not going to go too well for most of them. But so some details here obviously are not exactly from the film, and that torch, is artistic license. But Ben said that everybody involved looked at it and they agreed that it just worked and it looked cool, and so they let it go. Even if it's not 100% movie accurate. And I do love the look of how the flame just goes right up into Michael and kind of ties in with like his burnt side and kind of some of his coveralls, kind of ashing out in the wind, it looks like there. And even the reflection, the fire's reflection on his mask, and the heat there, seeing some of the orange in the mask and on his hand. It just looks awesome. And yeah, who are the other characters down there? You see one of them holding a hammer in the most foreground. Somebody else holding a bat. I think we could probably guess who that might be based on who we've seen holding a bat in some of these early images and marketing that's been coming out. But again, that's all speculation at this point. But the bottom line is, it symbolizes very clearly what we know we're getting in this movie, which is the Haddonfield community, or the mob, if you want to call it that, coming together to try to take out Michael. And Michael clearly looming larger than ever over all of them. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, and there is something else I wanted to let you guys know about. This I've got an article coming out tomorrow about this. But before we go to my premiere video here that we're going to do in just a minute, some franchise appearance news, and that ties in with our next public appearance too. You might have heard me talk about Mad Monster Expo a little bit. We got two big conventions we're going to be covering, and also having a table at in September. The first one is Labor Day weekend. It's Mad Monster Expo, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's happening September 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. Mad Monster always throws the best conventions anywhere. And the best part is, well, the unfortunate part is just recently they had a couple guests cancel. One was Skeet Ulrich, who was going to be appearing with Matthew Lillard in a little screen thing, but Skeet has to film, so he had to cancel. And the other is Tobin Bell, who I was hoping to finally meet. He was going to be appearing with Shawnee Smith. She's still going to be there, but he had to cancel because he's also filming. So, but the great news is who they replaced those two guests with. Who they replaced those two guests with? Who did they replace those two guests with? Nick Castle and Will Sandin. Talking about young Michael Myers. Talking about 78 Michael Myers. Nick Castle and Will Sandin. The original two men playing the Shape. Michael Myers, age 6, and of course, Nick Castle as the Shape in the 78 film. And other people played the Shape in that film as well. But, you know, they're the main two on-screen Shapes that we all know and love. So how perfect is that? We're already going to be there. Nick's going to be there. Will's going to be there. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. That's happening, again, Labor Day weekend. Charlotte, North Carolina. It's near Charlotte. It's actually Concord, North Carolina. We're going to be there. We're going to have a table. I want you to come by and see us. If we're not at our table, you'll see my son there. He'll be working it for us. And my wife and I will be out and about shooting video and shooting photos for the event and for you guys. And we're going to be bringing full coverage. We're going to be doing live stuff there. As of right now, I'm planning to do another live episode of the Halloween show this Friday. And that might change, but that's the plan. And then, of course, hoping to do Michael Myers Monday Live a week from tonight. Then, the following Friday, the plan will be a live episode of the Halloween show from Mad Monster Expo, right from our booth, right there at the convention. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes, and we'll do other live stuff and just full coverage throughout the weekend. But Nick Castle, Will Sandin just added to this awesome lineup. Again, I'm going to have the full details up on our site tomorrow morning, but go to madmonsterexpo.com, get your tickets if you're in the area, make plans to come see us, and come see Nick and Will. It's going to be a Michael Myers fest there now. We got two of the originals, so you can't beat that. And lots of other awesome guests as well. Just a ton of awesome people. Then 2 weeks after that, quick plug also for the Haunted Screams Expo, where Tyler Mane and Scout Taylor Compton are going to be, some other franchise favorites of ours. So it's about to be really busy. It's already really busy, but about to be really busy as far as us being out on the road and some more on-location reports. All right. All that being said, now I'm going to get to the big premiere that I promised. And again, some of you may watch this and roll your eyes when you see what this is. But I think most of you will like it. And if you know me or enjoy anything I do here, then you'll appreciate my excitement for it, I think, and you'll understand my excitement for it. But I got a new item in the mail today. It arrived. It was bought online, and it is a Myers item. So right now, I'm going to world premiere for you the unboxing video that I filmed and cut earlier today, and that includes a showcase. That includes a bit of showcase video footage as well of this new product. So I'm going to play that for you now. It's not too long. It's about 9 minutes long. If you're totally uninterested and don't care about what this is, that's cool. You can be excused for 9 minutes if you want, and I'm going to be right here, as always. I'm just going to be off camera. I'll still be live in the live chat while it's playing. And sometimes these videos, they don't start right on cue, and I have to kind of jiggle some things around a little bit to get it going. You know, kick the computer a few times to wake it up every now and then. So if that happens, bear with me. And if there's any issues with audio or whatever, let me know. but I think it should be good. And yeah, so I'm going to play this and then we'll come back and talk about it just a little bit more. So check it out, my unboxing. Hey everybody, Matt here with Halloween Daily News, and I'm going to do a quick unboxing today. This is a product that I'm very excited to receive. I was starting to wonder if it actually existed for a while there. It's been listed on Target's website for months now, and it was always listed as out of stock, but it's never been in stock, at least not that I know of. And then a few days ago, all of a sudden, it's listed as in stock online and shipping now. So we press the button. The package just arrived. What is it, you're asking? This is the new 2021 Michael Myers inflatable. It's made by Jimmy. According to the website, it stands about 3.5 feet tall. It is apparently licensed from Universal, so I don't know if it's technically based on Halloween 2 or Halloween 2018 maybe, but I've never seen one of these in person, so let's check it out. We'll switch to the POV. Okay, yes, I can already see it is an officially licensed Halloween 2 product. So this is officially a Halloween 2 inflatable. There you can see the first thing we see after opening the box. And now we'll pull out the inner box, the actual box. Oh yeah, this is great. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so awesome. As soon as I say I'm not gonna buy any more inflatables, of course they're gonna release a Michael Myers Halloween 2 inflatable. There's the packaging. And I'll cut to some better video of this box now. Hey everybody, Matt here with All right, let's get him out. Get your stakes and ties. Your plug-in. And here he is. All right, let's get him plugged in. All right, here we go. Let's plug him in for the first time. a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I can't even fit him from the top of his hair up here down to the bottom of his boots on camera right now at this angle. I'll get some better video in just a minute. But here he is, plugged in for the very first time, and I love it. You see he's holding this orange banner, Stabby Halloween, written in what looks like blood, and then of course jack-o'-lanterns on each side. His coveralls are kind of charcoal gray. Again, it's officially licensed from Halloween 2, 1981. So this is actually celebrating the 40th anniversary of that awesome sequel. Again, made by Jimmy. Like all of these inflatables, no setup required. You just plug him in and he's good to go. He comes with the stakes and ties. If you want to put him outside, he's probably going to be in our living room, but he's definitely going to make some appearances outside throughout this season. And yeah, as soon as I said I'm not gonna buy any more inflatables unless it's something super special, almost everything I've bought so far in 2021 is inflatables, but this takes the cake. I absolutely love it. All right, now I'm gonna shoot a little bit of a showcase video of this. Okay, you guys be sure to let me know in the comments what you think about this Michael Myers inflatable. I think you know what I think. This is definitely my new favorite inflatable that I own. Again, he is available right now at Target.com, listed at $46. Totally worth it if you ask me. A must-own for any Myers fanatics like I am. You can find the link to Target's website to purchase in the description below. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. All right, there we go. That's right, got my new buddy here in the office with me in the studio tonight. There he is, guys. Mystery revealed. What was the big unboxing? Halloween 2 Michael Myers animatronic from Target. Now again, I don't even know if these are going to be available in stores this year. I assume they will, but right now it's on their website. And I said in that video that it's down in the description. I actually remembered that I didn't put the Target link in the description for this video yet. That's in the description of that standalone video, which is going to drop tomorrow morning. But as soon as I'm done here, I'll add the Target affiliate link in the description of this video, this Michael Myers Monday live stream video, so that when you're done here, you will be able to hit the refresh and go down there and click on that and get yours. I mean, 46 bucks. Yeah, you could try to wait until it's on clearance, but come on, it's a Myers animatronic. It's officially licensed. I've just never seen this before. I was so stoked to see that it was finally in stock. I couldn't wait. And I still, like I said in the video, still didn't really believe it was real until it got here today. And still was like, I'm going to open it and it's going to be something else. And yeah, whoever called it a Peanuts Michael Myers, I actually said that in the video and ended up cutting it out. I should have left it in. But yeah, I got that impression too. It looks almost like Charlie Brown dressed up like Michael Myers. It is like a Peanuts character of Michael Myers, or Michael Myers as a Peanuts character, kind of, which I am totally not mad at all. I mean, again, the Great Pumpkin is one of the classic Halloween stories of all time that we all grew up on. So to bring a little bit of that into Haddonfield, I got no problem with that. There's so much stuff I love about it. Like I said in there, I love the banner he's holding, the saying "Stabby Halloween." I'm so glad it's not Happy Halloween. It's so great that they went with Stabby. I mean, it's silly, but it's awesome. And they've got the jack-o'-lanterns on each side, which really complete it. I love, even though it's Halloween franchise, and by definition, anything Halloween franchise is Halloween. Like I always say, the more pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, the better for me. It just speaks right to my Halloween heart. So the fact that it's got that on it, written in blood, just all that is great. So yeah, he's awesome. Again, apologies for not having that link down below right away. I was literally like plugging him in and listening to myself say, oh, it's in the description. I'm like, actually, I don't think I did put it in the description yet. But again, as soon as I'm done here, I'll put that down below. And then that video you just watched is going to be released as a standalone tomorrow. We'll have an article accompanying it at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And you'll be able to find the link to Target in that article as well. But yeah, I haven't seen anybody else talking about this release or really just mentioning it anywhere on any of the other sites or fan groups or anything. So I was just real happy to finally get my hands on this and to know that, yes, it is real. It exists. And it's Halloween 2. It's actually the 40th anniversary of Halloween 2 this year. So, like I said, this is a 40th anniversary release. Just another way to celebrate that awesome sequel that we all love so much. So what do you guys think about this? Darlene says, great review. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That was fun. Again, it arrived today, and I'm like, man, it arrived on Monday. I'm putting the Monday show together already. I always like to have some kind of video, if possible, to share with you guys, and whenever possible for it to be something new. So I know I wanted to do the unboxing. It was just meant to be. Let's just do it today. Premiere it tonight. Bing, bang, boom. There we go. And there he is. So thank you very much. I'm glad you like that. Chad says he's going as Dick Warlock Michael this year. Awesome. Nick Castle was last year. Next year will be James Jude Courtney. Very cool. Then doing George Wilbur from 4 and 6. Awesome. I love it. Rachel says that's not going to be on clearance because they'll be sold out too fast. Absolutely. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, you could try to wait, but yeah, this one, no way. Yeah, it's going to go. If it even, yeah, I think it's going to hit shelves at stores and they're going to be sold so fast. Yeah, I'm glad that I got this. Again, apologies for not having the direct link down there because I wanted you guys to be the very first after me to go get yours. But you can still find it. You can still find it at Target.com. Easy enough. It's made by Jimmy. You know, they do all these things. And like I said in the video, I've been telling my wife, we don't need any more inflatables unless it's something really special. So there we go. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. All right, it is approaching midnight. I am going to now give a couple shout outs. Lance says, love that inflatable. Time to scour the internet. Very cool. Text Safe says, my blow up doll is jealous. Yeah, you guys with the blow up dolls. You're right, though. It is technically Michael Myers' blow up doll, I guess. Air blown doll, but yeah, kind of the same thing. Yeah, I just love it. I think it's cool. You know, it's still Michael with the stabby and the written in blood, but I understand that they didn't want to put a butcher knife in his hand. I get it, you know, and I understand he's not going to be scary looking. This is, you know, for Target, but I like the Peanuts look. Honestly, I think he looks great. I'm just thrilled to death with him. Matt V has checked in. What's up, man? Rachel saying, "Put those things away." I guess that's when I was cutting the box open. That's good. You guys give it up for Rachel Carruthers in here from the Halloween verse. Speaking of the Halloween verse and just shout outs, let's get in to tonight's shout outs. And I haven't seen him. Is Ryan Korn in here this week? And by the way, it is kind of a loud motor. I know I'm just normally loud during these things, and also it for some reason bounces the light weird, so it makes me extra orange sometimes when he's here. I notice this. He may not be standing here with me every single week, but if you're not hearing me as well and you're hearing too much of his motor, I can unplug in. But yeah, is Korn here? Is Ryan Korn here this week? What's up? Where is he? He is one of our longtime regulars, most loyal supporters, and I want to give him an extra shout out this week. If he's here, I haven't seen you, Ryan. Something might have happened. He might not have made it. We might have to give him a shout out again next week when he's here. But I'm gonna go ahead and share this because I got it queued up. Check this out, though. Ryan, our buddy Ryan Korn, one of our regular loyal Monday night viewers, friends, supporters. He recently lended some support to the HDN channel, not just with Super Chat, which he does regularly, and just by being here. And but yeah, he spent a lot of time sharing tonight's live stream, and he just recently purchased one of our own HDN t-shirts. Now, you might have heard me mention these t-shirts before. Let me pull up an image. I've got the link down below. This is the most recent design we put up. It's available in hoodies and, you know, all that good stuff as well. Well, our boy Ryan recently bought one, and he sent me a kick-ass picture of it. So our first shout-out is from Instagram, and it's from our friend, one of our Michael Myers live friends and regulars, Mr. Ryan Korn. So let's throw it over to him. He sent me this image rocking his Warlock mask and rocking his HalloweenDailyNews.com official t-shirt. Yeah, I love that. If you've bought a t-shirt, or if you're going to, or when you do, yeah, tag us on socials. Send us pictures like this. I am happy to share the love and to share the love that you guys are sharing with me, because this is just awesome. And again, thank you to Ryan. I don't think he's here tonight, and that's a shame. I'm gonna give him recognition when he is here next week, or if he comes in late. And maybe he was here earlier and had to go. You know, stuff happens with people. Life happens sometimes. But he is definitely a big, huge supporter of Halloween Daily News, and we love him for that. So this one is for you, Ryan Korn. Happy Michael Myers Monday, brother. Did you guys see that? I spilled. You guys see that? I got a drinking problem. Literally. You know what I mean? Yeah, can't do two things at once. Yeah, happy Michael Myers Monday, Ryan, and thank you as always. Darlene says looks great. Yeah, the t-shirt, yeah, we're happy with that. We're gonna have other designs. That's our most recent one that we released this year. We're gonna do a lot more designs, but uh it might have to wait until after October, honestly, because things are super busy right now, as you can imagine. Okay, I'm gonna change the battery on the computer, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna keep talking to you guys. And we're going to go over to tonight's first Michael Myers Monday shout out over on Twitter. All right, now, you guys just don't mind the creaks and the moving as you hear me. As you hear me over here changing my camera battery, I'm sorry that you can't hear me as well. This will take just a second. Now, like I say every week, I started the Michael Myers Monday hashtag back in 2013 just to make Mondays more killer and to make Mondays suck less. And also as a way to celebrate my favorite horror franchise. This was in the heyday of like the WCWs and the MCMs and all the TBTs and Flashback Fridays and just all the hashtag monikers and so forth. And so now it has taken on a life of its own. And I like to celebrate that each week by sharing just a couple posts and Instagram posts and tweets and so forth from people using the Michael Myers Monday hashtag. So starting it off, here is from Foggy Lungs at Hell Yeah Hollow 1. When it's Monday, but you realize it's one day closer to Halloween. Hashtag Monday Motivation and hashtag Michael Myers Monday. And we've all seen this smiling Michael before. It's pretty interesting. Sorry, guys, I am having an issue here getting my camera back operational. All right, let's keep on with these for just a second. This is from Jean Loves Horror at One Carolina Girl. Have a great Michael Myers Monday horror family, and she credits art by Enzo Schiotti. And that is that great scene we all remember from Halloween 2018, but some really cool artwork of it. Also from Twitter, it's from our own Rachel Carruthers right here in the live chat at Rach Carruthers. And she made me laugh today. She says the guy that works at the discount mart kept looking at me in Econ today. I hope this top doesn't make me look like an oinker. Hashtag Michael Myers Monday. Of course not. Of course not. You would never look like an oinker. Of course not. We love Rachel. And we definitely love the Halloween verse on Twitter. Always making me laugh. Not just on Mondays, all the time. They're great. Follow them all. Moving over to Instagram. Whoa, that's a little up close. This is from Haddonfield Butcher. Got a bad case of the Mondays, he says. Also from Instagram. This is from Michelle Gilmore 84. She says you can't kill the boogeyman. And yeah, that is a pretty wild looking mask. I don't know if she's got some digital effects thrown on there on top, or if that's just all her artwork working on that mask, but that looks pretty wild. And also over on Instagram, of course, Tyler Main once again sharing a Michael Myers Monday hashtag. He says, hey, sometimes Big Mikey needs a rest too. And he goes on to talk about having a great time at the most recent con he was at and plugging the next one in Minneapolis. That's actually the photo that I had Tyler autograph the first time I met him back in 2013. So I've got that hanging in my living room, that same shot. And he wrote, "Don't make me get up." And also from Instagram today, and also from the Halloween movie universe, is Tyler's co-star, Daeg Farrick at Great Daeg. There you see he is rocking his Rob Zombie Halloween 07 Young Myers clown mask and little else. He says love is in the air. And he says, if y'all know me, y'all know I don't like to focus on Halloween stuff because I've done and am doing so much more. But with some major things going on in the background, figured I'd give y'all a little sexy Michael Myers Monday. And yeah, he actually asked me to share this with you guys. He says he's got some awesome things coming up. Not so much Halloween franchise related, but he's got some new projects coming up that he's going to be revealing in the next couple days and wants you guys to know about it. And so I appreciated that he is using the hashtag. He uses the hashtag pretty regular. He and Tyler. Last week, Gary Clayton, who was Young Myers in the deleted scenes of Resurrection, was using it. It's great to see some of the men that actually have worn the mask and played the part using the hashtag sometimes. All right. Now, unfortunately, I am having difficulty getting my on-screen camera back going, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to pause this stream for just a minute and reboot my program here. So what's going to happen is the stream might just go dead. I hope it doesn't, but there's a good chance it's gonna. And if that happens, then I'm going to try my best to reconnect to this stream. And if worse comes to worse, then we'll start another one. Yeah, because I would like to get back on camera if at all possible, even though we're about to wrap it up anyway, so I guess it's not all a loss. It's just a little annoying when there's a technical glitch like this that doesn't normally happen. Okay, so I'm gonna try that right now, and then hopefully we'll be back. If this doesn't work, and for some reason I'm not back tonight, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. Just in case I'm not back, I'm going to thank you all right now and tell you all happy Michael Myers Monday, and encourage you all to, again, subscribe to the channel and join our future live streams, including this Friday for the Halloween show. Of course, next Monday for Michael Myers Monday Live, and lots of other exciting and cool stuff between now and then, I'm sure. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News, and hopefully I'll be back here in just a minute, but we're going to see what happens. If not, thanks for watching, guys, and I apologize for this kind of lame sign-off if this is, in fact, the sign-off. But stay tuned. I'm going to try to come right back. All right, I think we are back now, maybe. That was weird. Sorry about that, guys. That hadn't happened quite yet before. But anyway, I'm back. That was quick. Just had to reboot the program real fast, and YouTube didn't stop. So we're back. Uh, for about 5 minutes anyway. Just really to wrap it up. But I wanted to try to catch up on just a couple comments before I get out of here, because that's what it's all about, is the connection with you guys. And so let's see what everybody is talking about in here. Sammy broke a right foot toe. That's not good. Oh, that hurts. Sammy says, great stream. Thank you. I appreciate it, ma'am. Rachel loves that pic of Tyler. Yeah, that's a great photo. I just, when I saw it at the convention that first year, I was I'd never seen it. You know, now I've seen it a million places, but that I had never seen that image. It was clearly a behind the scenes moment from the film, and that's partly why I chose that one. I don't know. In retrospect, I probably would pick one a little more like just kind of standard badass Michael, but it was just such a different look and just so different. And then yeah, he wrote the perfect. He writes it to everybody. I'm sure that picks that photo, but don't make me get up. I thought that was great. Malfunk Sean is here. Or he was. Sorry, I'm just now seeing that, Sean. Welcome, man. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Sean says, see you in NC in less than 2 weeks. Absolutely. I was just talking about that earlier. Yes, we will be at Mad Monster Expo. And I know David Suber is going to be there. Sean Clark's going to be there. Of course, like I said earlier, Nick Castle and Will Sandin are going to be there. Tons of awesome people. Shawnee Smith from Saw, and just so many other awesome people. They throw the best convention that we go to on an annual basis, and we didn't go to their regular Mad Monster party in February for obvious reasons. We were bummed. We're super excited to be there. So yes, Sean, if you're still watching this, very much looking forward to that. And that reminds me, guys, 2 weeks from tonight, it's Monday night. It'll be Labor Day. Probably won't be doing a live stream that particular Monday, only because we're going to be on the road traveling home from Mad Monster on that day. And by the time I get here, I'm probably going to be pretty beat from being on the road most of the day. Obviously, if there's something super duper, like incredibly big breaking news happening, I'll figure something out. But short of that, probably won't be doing a live. That's 2 weeks from now. But the upside is that's because we're doing Mad Monster, and we're going to have so much awesome coverage coming from that. Let's see, who else is in here? Just now getting caught up. Saint says, random question, Matt. What got you interested in film/movies in the first place, and what made Halloween so impactful for you among other films? Just curious. Wow. That's probably too big of a question for me to get into after midnight tonight. I don't know what first got me into movies and films. I've just always loved movies. Honestly, I guess it's the escape, the kid in me. I mean, I loved Star Wars and those original Superman movies and Indiana Jones. I mean, I grew up on all that stuff, and I just loved it. And I loved it so much that I loved the trailers before I even knew the term trailer. They were just the previews, and nobody else I knew cared about the previews. In fact, they would say things like, "Oh, well, they're only showing the previews right now. We're not missing the movie." And that one of my earliest memories of being a kid and just trying to get my parents to go see a movie that I wanted to go see or whatever, it was like, the previews are important. We got to be there. So I've always loved that, and I don't know where it started. Just the escapism, I guess. The fact that anything was possible, and why Halloween again. That's a huge question. I don't know, but I do know that for as long as I can remember, the image of Michael Myers and just the simplicity and the simple terror of just a guy in a mask stalking and stabbing and strangling and then sitting up in the background when the main character thinks he's dead, and when conventional audiences might think he's dead, that sit up with no music cue in that original film. I mean, just so brilliant, and it was just always symbolized quintessential, like, best horror. Best horror, like, at its most basic and best, like in the same way that Psycho and Night of the Living Dead, to me, symbolize just prestige, as good as it gets, groundbreaking horror. Halloween has always represented that to me, and the fact that it's on Halloween night elevates it. That's always been my favorite day of the year, always been my favorite holiday as long as I can remember. And the fact that Michael, above all the other slashers and killers, for me, I've said this before, it sounds weird to say he's cool. But come on. He is the coolest. He is. He's the coolest. And it's because he doesn't talk. And it's because we don't know anything about him. And it's, and it's because he's pure evil. At least as far as we know. And we don't know his motivation. Anyway, I could go on. But, yeah, that's a little taste of it. David says the atmosphere is unparalleled. Absolutely. The atmosphere, all of it. I mean, as soon as I learned who John Carpenter was and that he had made so many of these films that I already loved and I didn't know for, in my childhood, in my first viewings of Halloween and Escape from New York and some of the others in the 80s, like, even The Thing, like, I probably didn't know on my first viewings of those. I wasn't putting it together at that time. I was too young to really put together the importance of a director and that these were all from the same guy. But once I got to that point, age 10, 11, whatever it is, when I started, like, paying more attention to the filmmaker than the actors on screen. And that was probably around 11, 12, 13 years old. Tim Burton's Batman was one that really got me looking at directors because he really reinvented that character in such a magnificent way. And I always loved all the old versions. I loved Adam West. But yeah, Carpenter, and then in the 90s, going back in any movies that I hadn't seen with my filmmaker appreciative eyes, going back and watching the whole filmography. And kind of culminating in the late 90s, I was in college. I even wrote a term paper on Carpenter. And did his whole filmography and got an A on it. And so, yeah, that has always been, he's been my favorite filmmaker. So there's that too. All right. I've already spent too much time on that, but great question. And thank you. I'm sure I told you way more than you wanted, but cool and confident, Protect Safe says, yes, I admit it sounds weird coming out of my mouth to say my favorite serial killer is my favorite because he's the coolest of all. But he is. He is. He is the coolest. I mean, you can't deny he is the coolest. Yeah, Freddy is the class clown. He's got the one-liners. He's gonna get laid more often. He's, Jason. He's the big lovable teddy bear. Kind of Leatherface's too. Norman Bates has his thing going on. They've all got. But come on, man. I mean, Ghostface, I love the Scream movies. Trust me, that's one of my favorite franchises ever. But Ghostface, because of how the character is in every movie and it being different, Ghostface is one of the clumsiest killers out there. He's hilarious in falling around. And that happens in every movie. And I'm sure it will in the new one. But Michael, yeah. He doesn't fall down much. He doesn't make many missteps. He doesn't mess up a whole lot. And he's cool, like you said, and confident, under pressure, under the heat. He always is. So, there we go. I hope that maybe answered something, or didn't bore you completely. But, wow, I can't believe I've been on here another 2 hours, guys. This is crazy. Chad's loved Halloween since 84. Yep. Ken says, creepy, bloody, gory, and stuff. Oh, my. Solid saying Universal backed out of the panel at last minute. You mean the CinemaCon we're talking about? Is that what you're talking about, Solid? Venom's moving again. Well, I said don't worry about Venom. Yeah, I'm not worried about Venom at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they move that again. And yeah, I mean, more power to them. But yeah, Solid with the breaking news here. It sounds like Universal backing out of that panel. Very interesting. I'll have to look that up. Rachel says Max needs to stop barking at cats so much. But other than that, he's great. That's great. Saint says, not boring at all. This is a film-based channel, so that's why I was curious. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you. That's a great question. And again, I could go on and on, but that's just a little bit about me. And yeah, I've just always loved movies. I mean, my parents, I guess, loved them, and it's weird. Like I said, I didn't even know the term trailers. They were just the previews. But when I did learn what trailers were, and when a basic cable would have channels, like there were channels, I want to say even like the E channel. Like now they're all Kardashians and fashions. But I want to say even that channel, when they very first started way back, or maybe it was the precursor to them, but there were some channels that actually did have like a 30-minute program of nothing but trailers, where it was just coming attractions. And I loved it. I would record trailers, from Entertainment Tonight sometimes, or wherever they would show, because there was no YouTube yet. There was no online yet. And I loved the trailers, and I wanted to watch them. I would crank up our little TV in our living room and stuff, and I couldn't wait to see the trailer. I mean, that was a big part of loving the movies. Of course, I love the feature films and that, but that's how much I loved the movies, was I couldn't wait for the trailer. So geeking out about trailers and hype and marketing of movies today, to me, it's kind of come full circle, and my parents probably just got to laugh about it because they can remember, like I can, being a kid and like forcing them to sit down and say, look at this trailer for, whatever it might be. And them probably being like, yeah, whatever, looks great. Meanwhile, like, what the hell? But they would put up with it. And, now I'm doing kind of the same thing with you guys today. And nowadays, kind of as somewhat of a career. So, yeah, so there you go. Let's see. Lewis Moore is here. It was great seeing you, bro, at Scares of Carrie. Yes, sir. Great seeing you as well. We've got a lot more video and photos from Scares of Carrie still to be published. Our photos from the costume contests are done and ready to go. We just haven't put them up because I'm trying to edit the video to go along with it. And we've got still just convention walkthrough. I'm going to try to have all of that posted this week, within the next week, so that when we go to Mad Monster, all of that coverage is out, and then we'll be, I'll kind of have my my plate cleared for a moment going into the next con. But thank you, man. Yeah, it was great seeing you as well. Protect Safe says nobody cuts better than Carpenter. Yeah, in multiple ways, but yes. I mean, I love that, he is such a minimalist as a director. I love that about him. He is a classic. That's why you could, and that's part of that term paper I wrote, is you can kind of learn to be a filmmaker if you just watch John Carpenter movies. Arguably. I'm not saying don't watch other people, but if that's the only filmmaker's filmography that you had access to, you could really learn a lot about how to use the camera, how to use dialogue, how to just a whole lot about how to maximize every single frame, even negative space in the frame. Nobody uses that better than Carpenter. And usually he's using every bit of frame to relay information to you. And if not information, then definitely some kind of emotion that he wants to elicit from you. And that's just, all great directors do that. But, I've obsessed over him frame by frame. And yeah, I just find it in every film of his, whether it's, the best Carpenter or even the worst. And again, like I always say, I'll give me the worst Michael Myers movie ever made, and I'd still rather watch it more than almost anything else. And same for Carpenter. Give me your least favorite Carpenter movie, and I'm still probably going to enjoy watching that, rewatching that, than almost anybody else's, better than worst, I'll say. Let's see. Uh, the H4 house is beautiful. I don't know where that came from. We know it's not Cleveland, though. Yeah. Andy Matichak says, "Look who's back." Well, since we don't know, and I'd like to assume that we have a celebrity guest tonight, and before anybody can prove otherwise, we're just going to say that the real Andy Matichak is here tonight with us on Michael Myers Monday. How rad is that? How about that? Everybody, let's toast Andy. On the off chance that it is the real Andy, and if so, then welcome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right, guys. I'm about to get out of here real quick. Any last questions or something I could get into that's not gonna be a giant conversation? Bring it on. Otherwise, I'm gonna get out of here. I do have my fresh battery now, but I'm starting to run a little bit low on my beverage, so I'm gonna have to refill that here shortly. Ken says, "Don't forget Tom Savini. He's great too." Oh yeah, well Tom Savini's awesome. Yeah, I mean, and again, I mean, I'm just on Carpenter, kind of what got me going. Like he's kind of the first director that I really latched onto as a filmmaker, and really, and then just grew. And then over the years, over the decades, really seeing how much other filmmakers that I love, people like Tarantino, um, and just so many other filmmakers that I love, and more modern filmmakers as well. All of them, pretty much how much they're influenced by Carpenter's work and love his work, and just studying his work and how much how much timely so much of it is, and so many of his ideas, how ahead they were, and how still now people are just now realizing, oh wow, that was really smart. And he's also a personal inspiration because he's he did so much himself. It was his independent spirit, even though he was working within the studio system for a lot of those films, he still maintained that independent spirit in so many ways, I feel like. And he was kicked around and never really given the respect of like Spielberg and Cameron, at least not in the 80s when he was really churning out uh, stuff that was just as good, if not better, than the stuff they were turning out at the same time. So the fact that he's always kind of been the underdog, and yet now he's you know it's like the world has come around and recognized that yes, he is a master artist. And then there's the looking at it with 2021 eyes, he's kind of the last one left of that Mount Rushmore of modern horror filmmakers. We don't have Wes Craven anymore, or Toby, or Romero. But we do still have Carpenter right now, and thankfully he's still involved in film, even though it's just through the music pretty much, and in an advisory sense as executive producer. I mean, hey, I'll take it. Give me new Carpenter soundtracks, even just new solo music, not even related to the soundtracks. I love those Lost Themes albums. And yeah, so there we go. I don't know how I got going on that, but yeah, Carpenter rules, needless to say. Chad says, "I love Sun." Oh yeah, Sun was great. I didn't really talk about that, but I did finally see that like I guess it was last month. And I don't think I mentioned it much on here, but Sun's really good if you haven't checked that out. It's on Shutter now. Here, I'm going to pull this down a tiny bit. Again, things are even more orange. They're always orange in here because that's just, but yeah, I look even more like a jack-o'-lantern head right now because for some reason this guy, if I unplugged him, you'd see it go slightly less orange, but whatever. Yeah, Sun, awesome. Andy did a great job, and I mean, it's really a good horror movie. I mean, with some legit scares, a few things that surprised me and I didn't see coming, and I actually, not to no spoilers here, but yeah, that ending, man, I love it. I love it. Those of you that have seen it, no spoilers, but I thought that ending was great. I could compare it to some other films, but I don't even want to say them out loud because I feel like it might be a little more too spoilerish. But yeah, very different than Allison for sure. And yeah, great job and really, really well chosen film. That's kind of you know kind of the trick is you see it on paper and it might be great, but doesn't always translate. This one definitely translated. So props to everybody involved on Sun. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Like I said, it's on Shudder. I'm pretty sure right now. Sammy says, I was surprised when Jamie Lee Curtis had it as a ringtone on her phone. That's pretty cool. Saint says, Halloween is my favorite of Carpenter's films. Oh, where'd that go? Larry says, at the end of 2018, he shouted, Michael lives when he saw the body in the basement and got a good reaction from people in the theater. That's awesome. Yeah, that was definitely the clue for sure. Saint says Halloween is my favorite of Carpenter's, but The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China are both way up on the list too. Oh, absolutely. And if you're a fan of those, especially Big Trouble, I've got a new interview. It's not Halloween related, but the great Al Leong. If you watched my Friday live episode of the Halloween show, I premiered a clip of my most recent interview. It's from Scares That Care Charity Weekend. Legendary stuntman Al Leong. He's worked on a million things that you are going to recognize him from. You've seen him in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, in Die Hard, a million other things. One of the things, though, is Big Trouble in Little China, and that's one of the things we talked about is working with Mr. Carpenter and working on Die Hard and all kinds of good stuff. Also celebrating Halloween itself, like I always like to do. That's dropping this week. I believe Wednesday morning. We've got that one scheduled. That's going to be our next interview, and it's a video interview right here on YouTube. It'll be on the main website as well, but that's with Al Leong. So yeah, Saint, if you are into Big Trouble, as I am, yeah, you definitely are going to want to check that out. He's got some good things to say. Rachel says the Halloween theme is so simple, but it's just so perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes it so perfect. And so many films, I mean, like Jaws, so simple, but perfect. Could you imagine anything else? And those, along with, that psycho shower scene, not many other music cues are as instantly recognizable as that. I mean, people that have never seen Psycho don't know who Janet Leigh or Norman Bates are. They'll still do this and they'll make that, because that music, and it's same with Jaws. Like if something's coming, even if it's not in the water, even if it's not, somebody says dun 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 dun. I mean, everybody knows where that's coming from, and Halloween is right there with it. Absolutely. Larry says Jaws kept Nebo. Kept Nebo. Yeah, Sun was great. Jaws kept Larry out of the water. That's it. Yes, I think it kept a lot of people out of the water for sure. Yeah, my wife. We live here at the beach, and my wife still. I have to drag her out to the ocean sometimes because, because we watch Jaws every year on the 4th of July. That's part of it. But yeah. Do the psycho noise again. Nope, that's it. Universal's going to come and say I'm violating copyrights. Sammy Gomez is here. Have I seen the new Sideshow Michael Myers figure yet? Well, I haven't seen it in person. I have seen some photos that people who have received theirs have posted this week. And, of course, I've seen the official photos that were released by Sideshow. And it looks great. Looks beautiful. Y'all know I'm an action figure guy. I love my collectible action figures. Sideshow is so pricey, though. But, man, I mean, they do an amazing job. They really do. And, yeah, the pictures I've seen, it's awesome. I love his eyes especially because you can see Nick Castle's eyes in the figure's mask, which some people are probably might be complaining about. But that is movie accurate. And it's still so dark that, yeah, you could photograph it and easily not see them. But you could also bring out the detail. Yeah, they look great. They look really good. That mask sculpt especially looks on point from what I've seen. Sammy Presley says he lived Jaws. Really? That's not good. Chad's waiting for anything new with Andy. Yeah, where's Byron tonight? Man, a couple of our regulars not in here. Maybe they are. They're just being silent. But Byron, he's a huge Andy fan and has already written about 2 or 3 sequel options for her. So there you go, Andy. You know, if you want to carry on after Halloween ends, we've got one of my friends here in the live chat. Yeah, he's got all kinds of pitches ready to center on Allison moving forward. Protect Safe says, I'm driving by the Pacific right now, to be specific. Interesting. Ken says, Child Play was the first horror flick he saw at age 5. That's a good one to kind of break you into it. Age 5, man, that's an impressionable age. That's some language for a 5-year-old to hear. That's the most shocking thing now is, I mean, yeah, Chucky is he is foul-mouthed in that original film, in all of them, but right off the bat, yeah, he just gets nasty. David Suber with those pumpkins, lighten those pumpkins. I love it. Yeah, Rachel, no, not going to say that one 5 times fast. David Suber, double times 5. Yeah, if Sean's still in the house or if Sean or Christopher hear this at any point, double times 5. Yeah, I don't do it as good as them. I don't have as good a mic as they do either, I don't think. Solid says Byron Weaver has told me his pitch for Allison. Yes, sir. He's told me too. He's got some good ideas of where they could go, honestly. But as I've told Byron and as I've said on here before when the question is put up, I'm not going to speculate on where to go after Halloween ends until I hear Halloween or until I see Halloween ends. Honestly, guys, I think that's getting a little bit ahead. But you know, more power to you. And yeah, I mean, as it is now, sure, you know, maybe carry on with Allison and in a way that they, you know, didn't properly really carry on with the Jamie Lloyd character. Some feel that they could have carried on and made her kind of an evil, not really disciple, but an evil, a new evil terror, kind of like Michael, you know, after she touched him. So they could, you know, I know that's part of what Byron is talking about. And we've discussed that a little bit on here, so that's a possibility. But again, let's see kills, let's see ends, you know, and then see where everything ends there, and then see where they're gonna go. Love Chris Nelson, he's awesome. Oh, damn right, of course. Ken's asking for the Are You Ready? Well, the Corn's not here, and Summit's not here. They're the guys that are always where are they? All right, well they're probably gonna maybe they'll watch later. All right, Ken, this one's for you, and yeah, Corn, Summit, you guys, wherever you guys are at tonight, I hope you're well. Hope you're well. I mean, I hope everything's going well. And yeah, we missed you tonight, but this was for you. Are you ready? Yeah, there we go. All right, now my head's even more orange and red and blood orange like a bloody tangerine than ever. But there you go, guys. That's for you too, Ken. All right, now I gotta take a drink and catch my breath. Chad's talking about Colin Murray. Yeah. David. Yeah, that was for you too, David. There you go. You guys know what's up. Yeah. And again, I'm gonna have to share that Corn's shot again because I know something probably came up with him. But yeah, he was stoked to share that with me, and I'm stoked that he bought the shirt and he posed with the mask and everything. So don't be surprised if we share that again next week. But yeah, you guys know we're all tight in here like that. Um, that was great. Well, thank you. I try. I try to blood bust blood vessels in my brain for you guys, acting like the lead singer of Korn, uh, doing my best Jonathan Davis. Gosh, I can't talk tonight, guys. See, it's 2 hours straight talking and just talking and talking, and my mouth just starts giving out at this point. So I guess that's a sign, guys. I guess that's a sign. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up now and get out of here. This has been awesome. Andy Matichek says I would definitely play a killer. There you go. There you go, guys. Larry says, man, I wish we all could go see H Kills together. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. I've said before, I'm not a people person, like out in the wild generally. But with you guys, I think I could be. I mean, not a people person, but like a Michael Myers Monday people person, like a Michael Myers people, like a Halloween people person, and you guys are my people. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going to see H Kills with you guys. I totally would. And that's saying something because there's people I see all the time that I don't want to go see a movie with them, But you guys are a different story. Rachel says I ran him over with a truck. Should have tried harder. That's awesome. So he says, since Michael killed Rachel, it's time Rachel kills Michael. Nice. Nice. Awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, I did the partial sign off earlier, and then we got back on somehow. So this time I'm going to do the real sign off. And again, I want to thank you all for watching tonight and for tuning in. And even if you're tuning in after the fact, after it's live, and thank you still for watching. And if you have comments or thoughts or opinions on any of this stuff, I welcome it. Bring your comments down below. If you're watching on a replay, I'd love to hear from you. And if you've got questions or just stuff that you want me to try to get to next week, drop it down below, and I'm happy to try to get to that. And again, for everybody that is still here right now, as we are going on into the third hour, oh my god! But can't thank you enough. As always, it's been a killer time. I always have a blast on these things. I hope you did too. I had a blast unboxing this guy, and I hope you had some fun with that. Thank you for all the kind words, as always, and subscribe to the channel. I think most of you watching have, but if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Lots of good stuff like this happening all the time right now. I'm not even going to say coming soon, because I'll probably be back on here tomorrow talking about some kind of breaking news or something. Literally, it's coming that fast. That NECA HK Ultimate Reveal is coming any day now, too, by the way. So, again, Mad Monster Expo in 2 weeks. We'll be there. Less than 2 weeks now. We'll be there. Come see us in person. David, I'll see you there. Sean, I'm going to see you there. Nick and Will, going to see you there. And any of you other guys, yeah, if you see me, come up, introduce yourself. Hey, watch the channel, watch you on Monday nights. I'd love to meet you guys in person. I'm looking forward to it. Again, not a people person, but with you guys, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. like I can socialize with you guys a little bit because y'all are cool and we're cool. So I'm gonna get out of here now. Thank you all again, and let's see. Saturn, sweet dreams are made of these. Solid says. David says, thanks. See you at Mad Monster. Yes, sir. Like I said, I'm planning to be live next Monday, but yeah, we'll definitely be at Mad Monster and we'll see you in person. Andy says, have a good night, everybody. Well, Andy, you too, have a good night. And again, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, we are obviously just a little bit excited for Halloween Kills here at Halloween Daily News. So can't wait to see more. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here right now before I look over at more comments and want to start responding to them as well, because that's always what happens. I'm saying my goodbyes, and then I take one last look, and then it's like, oh, I need to respond to that. If I see something that I absolutely have to respond to, every now and then I do drop a comment down below, just because I'm like, damn it, I signed off a minute too soon and really should have answered that. But I'm also losing my voice right now. I need to take a break and go recharge my battery for a little bit. So, again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. One more time, happy Michael Myers Monday, y'all. All right, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you all for watching.